Hi, I'm Barry Foster.
And I'm Gary Foster.
And welcome to episode 1 of Antipodean Journey for Football Manager 2023. And this year we find ourselves where?
In the north of Spain, actually, with Langreo. It's in the, fifth tier of Spanish football.
Something like fourth, I think.
Yeah.
Segunda Federation, Grupo 1.
Yes, we've made our way to the north of Spain, and Union Popular de Langreo has given us a job, €1,000 a week, which we could make a nice little mess of. And eyebrows have been raised, but unsurprisingly.
They normally are when it comes to the Foster brothers. And before we go any further, we should tell you that this is going to be a slightly different save to others. This is going to be more like a head coach save where we're basically taking control of training and match day, and the director of football, the DOF, he will be actually signing players, appointing staff, doing all the negotiating for contracts. We'll have nothing to do with that at all.
Yes, we've got a bit of a leap of faith with Senor Barrios, who's our director of football. We're leaving a lot of things up to him, as we've said, and it'd be interesting to see how it pans out, because in other games or other saves that we've had a lot more control over our playing formation and our buying and selling of players.
And as you can see, a little bit more information about the team, or the club, I should say, started in 1961, fierce rivals in Cordal Deportivo. We do have an assistant manager in Fermin and a director of football, as you said, Mr. Barrios, and a reputation of only 2 stars.
Yeah, media prediction of 10th, which in normal cases would be reasonably comfortable to achieve, but there's an 18-team comp and the bottom 6 get relegated.
Bottom 5 from memory. Bottom 5, yes.
Right. So,
automatic relegation. The top team gets the automatic promotion spot, and I think 2nd to 5th go into a playoff.
Yeah, so if we're going to be around about the crease mark, it probably means that a lot of games are going to be important to us. There's not going to be too many dead rubbers, I would have thought.
No, and as you can see, we do have a stadium built in 1922, so not really a modern stadium, with a capacity of just over 4,000 fans, adequate training facilities, same with youth, and above average youth recruitment.
Yeah, well, above average for this particular level is encouraging, at least anyway, and I think we've got quite a generous transfer budget there of €56,000 and a wage budget which I think we're just marginally over. But as we've said, that's out of our control at the moment because our DOF is hiring and firing.
And here's a team report with the so-called best 11. As you can see, they're recommending a 4-3-3 formation. We have one player out on loan, Imad. I think he's a striker. But at the moment, we'll have to take a closer look at the squad of players to see whether we will stick with that particular formation.
Yeah, 4-3-3 is with the wide attacking players and a defensive midfielder is a formation that we've played in the past in various other saves, but only one striker up front. It might make our striking options a little bit limited, but we'll see.
And here's the club vision and what the board are expecting from us in the upcoming season.
Working within the wage budget, as we said, we've left that up to Senor Barrios to be in charge of that with his hiring and firing. But to record a top half finish seems an achievable and reasonable objective.
I think so, and we will certainly accept the current vision a little bit later. And here we have our squad.
Yeah, it's an interesting mix of players, ageing, you might be fair to say, but lots of stars for this particular level. I mean, Torre as goalkeeper looks to be our number one choice. Pretty good all around.
Yeah, only 32. Yeah. Should be in his prime as a keeper.
Yeah. Going further down the list, defenders, Perez. Technically not all that great, but mentally and physically he seems okay.
Can certainly tackle, and he's very determined, which is good to see. And Elaine, only one name.
Yes, 32, lots of stars, and probably going to be doing a lot of work for us.
I think he might be one of the central rocks in our defence, that man. We've also got another central defender, Gonzalo.
Gonzalo, once again, 38, so ageing, but definitely got a lot to offer us, I would have thought.
And for somebody who's 38, he can still run.
That's right.
Which is a bit of a surprise.
Yeah, but interestingly enough, not very technical though. But...
No, well, I guess you can't ask for everything. Yeah. And then we've got Samba.
Yeah, an interesting player with our defensive midfielder formation. I think he's going to be quite a pivotal player for us.
Well, I like his tackling stat, and he's also very quick, a little bit aggressive, so hopefully he won't see too many red cards, but he's got some pretty good attributes there.
Yeah.
Another player, Mr. Poveda.
Yeah, and a relative youngster compared to the other two, or the other players that we've mentioned, but nice stats, and once again, I think he'll be a pivotal player for us.
Yeah, I think another good midfielder. And we've also got a Davo Fernandez.
Yeah, more of a wide player, but quite determined, not physically quite adept. So I think we'll be looking for him too to a lot of game time, and hopefully he can deliver the goods.
Well, for only a 22-year-old, he's got pretty good acceleration, agility and balance.
Only 70 kilos, so he's a bit of a lightweight.
Very light, and once again, also very determined with a stat of 16, which is pretty good. And we've also got a David Sanchez, another probably a key member of the squad.
Yeah, well, with our 4-3-3 formation, he'll probably be on the other side of the park, probably not as physical as our other players, but still the numbers are quite good.
Look, very good technically, also passing and mentally. It's pretty good figures there, so you wouldn't really complain.
No, can play in the centre of the park as well, which is an additional option.
And they're probably the key players to this particular squad, but we'll have to see throughout pre-season who actually performs.
Yeah, I mean the strikers don't have outstanding stats or star ratings, but we've got a youngster out on loan who we may be looking at. Probably not this season, but maybe next season we'll be looking at good things from him. Other strikers there, we've got Hernandez, Homet, and Azulas. Not really flattering stars, but something that we've got to work with.
That's right. You never know. Sometimes the stars don't really tell you the full story.
No.
And this is the current staff set up at the club. As you can see, quite a few vacancies across the teams, especially with coaching.
Yeah, well, as I said, we've got Senor Barrios to do the recruiting, so hopefully he can start earning his money and start filling those gaps for us.
Hopefully, and this is also the current staff setup. As you can see, we've got an under-19 manager. We've got an assistant manager for the senior team. We do have a coach for the senior team, and he's not really too bad when you look at his attributes there.
Yeah, working with youngsters, quite good. His numbers are quite good, and he's relatively young for a coach.
He is, and we've got a head physio as well. I guess not bad with a physio stat at 12.
12, yeah. All the other numbers are a little bit skinny, but that's all right. We're happy to work with him.
Well, that's the main number that he needs. And also Furman is going to be our assistant manager, and I don't know, he's not too bad with people management at 10 and a judging ability of a couple of 9s.
Yeah, he's on board with us, so once again, happy to work with him, although he's got a lot of red numbers in the on the coaching side of things.
Well, he is 54.
Well,
And if we look at the finances very quickly, as you can see, we've got a fair bit of money in the bank, 562,000 euros. So I think that's a pretty good figure to have.
Yeah. As mentioned, got a transfer budget of 56,000. Usually at this level we'd be looking at free transfers, but that's up to the DOF to arrange those for us. And we're currently a couple of, 11,000 euros that we're currently spending. So we're slightly over in our wage budget.
We are, unfortunately, yes, but that's not going to be our problem, hopefully. But before we go, we have a quick look at the schedule that's going to be coming up for us. And as you can see, we do have a number of friendlies already locked in. We'll probably just keep those, I think.
Yeah.
And the first league game will be away to Laredo in the Segunda Federation Grupo 1. And before we go, let's take a very quick look. That's the table, and as you can see, bottom 5 clubs get relegated. And if we go into season preview, Langreo is tipped to be maybe 14-1 and sitting in 12th position.
Yeah, it all seems a little bit tight in that middle of the table, so I think there's expectations there that if the results go away, we could potentially be challenging for playoff positions.
Well, that's right. It's a pretty tight-looking league, apart from the side sitting in 18th position, a promoted side at 300-1.
Yes.
People not giving them much chance at all. But in a nutshell, that's going to be our opening video for today with UP Langreo. Hope you have enjoyed the video. Hope you're going to stick around. If you have liked the video, please give us a thumbs up. That'll be really good. Until next time, I'm Barry Foster saying it's goodbye from me.
And it's goodbye from him. We'll see you later.